It's almost time for Barbenheimer, Connor.
Hi, Aiden.
Hi, Connor. How are you today?
Good. Yeah, Barbenheimer.
I like to call it Boppenheimer.
Boppenheimer. Barbenheimer? Barbenheimer? Yeah, okay.
Barbenheimer, I think, is the
old... Well, it's released in the same time in America. Is it released in the same day in Australia?
I don't know. It's next weekend, I think.
Okay.
I think.
What are you going to go see first? Barbie or...
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Oppenheimer.
For relevant context, by the way, this is because we... yesterday, so Wednesday, there was a pink TARDIS on the
it looked pretty in pink, if you ask me.
outside the Tower of London.
They did a really good job of it.
Well, it's from I think the Happiness Patrol is the Seventh Doctor story where the TARDIS gets painted pink. I've not seen it.
Oh, snap.
But I think that's a bit of a reference there. In terms of order, so me and my mates, I got two mates who are keen to do the double feature, doing back-to-back. And we've got a 2v1 scenario at the moment where me and one mate think it should be Oppenheimer first thing, like an 11 o'clock session in the morning, through till like 2. And then you go off, get a bit of food, have some cocktails, get yourself lively, ready for Barbie, because Oppenheimer... You want to focus. That's going to be 3 hours of focus. You're going to be depressed and you want to feel better afterwards. And then Barbie, it's like, if you're not paying full attention, I'm sure you can follow the plot.
Okay. That I kind of get. I don't know. I feel like I might do Oppenheimer first just to get the espresso depresso out of the way. I'll have a few beers through it for sure.
Yeah.
I'll sneak in the old 40.
Yeah.
The 40 ounce. 40 ounce. Nah, I'd sneak in the old flask, you know.
The old flasky boy.
Put it in the old sody pop.
Yeah,
I wouldn't see it if Shitty wasn't in. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, it's weird.
The kind of movie I would go see.
I'm kind of just holding out hope that there's some dark twist in there, but I don't know. I hope I can do them.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's my theory, but...
Okay.
I'm holding out hope I can do the double feature, but the next few weekends are pretty mad, and so I feel like I'm going to have to watch them separately, but I feel like everyone, it's like, remember when we did Boppenheimer? Remember when we did Barbieheimer?
What's it rated, Barbie?
I think it might be MA or something.
For real?
It might be. I remember one of the people involved said, don't take your kids to see it. I think.
Wow.
I think so.
I didn't know that. Okay. So
yeah.
Do Barbie and Ken get it on, you think?
A bit of plastic on plastic. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're right. I hope... Actually, you know what? I'm more excited now. I think that would be good if it's actually a dark twist of like...
And
some reality of like, we're actually made of plastic.
One of the trailers...
It's not fantastic.
Barbie girl is like playing in the background, but it's super haunting. It's like, I'm a Barbie girl.
That's a great idea.
In a Barbie world. And it's super like, oh.
Well, it's Greta Gerwig?
Yeah, and she's not fucking the director of Barbie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it can't be normal Barbie.
Okay, now you got me hyped. And
Yeah,
if it's not that, I'll be like, fuck Aiden. He ruined it for me.
Well, if
he said it was going to be dark.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been so convinced it's like that for so long. But also like Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling and Ncuti Gatwa. The eye candy is everywhere. So I'll be happy either way.
Damn, I went from 2 minutes ago to not giving a shit about it except for Ncuti. Now I'm actually seriously keen. Okay.
Let's go.
Also, unfortunately, I don't think Ncuti going to be in it for long, but...
Yeah, he's like so low on the credits, isn't he? Yeah. But
hopefully he gets a few lines.
Oh, he'll definitely get some lines. Like, they wouldn't have got...
Me being like, is this what the Doctor will be like?
Yeah, Ken... Yeah, I'm keen to see what his version of Ken is. Yeah. On today's show, because this is not a Barbie podcast, this is a Doctor Who, 50% Doctor Who podcast. On today's show, we're going to go through that lovely article. Ncuti Gatwa teases his new Doctor in the Rolling Stones. The quiz continues. We've got lovely listener and friend of the show, Adam, has recorded some questions for us, so we're going to get stuck into those very shortly. And then, of course, we're going to be reviewing Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror, baby. Connor, what do we want them to do?
We want you to subscribe.
Yes.
Hit that motherfucking bell.
Yes, like the video.
Comment. Say, Connor, you're the best. How amazing. Aiden, you were a bit off this week.
Okay, thanks.
Something like that.
We are almost 200 subs away from our goal of 1,000. And once we get to 1,000, we will shut the fuck up. We will say subscribe, but we're not going to be going on a rant for ages.
What about Ko-fi, Aiden?
Well, we have a Ko-fi that if you want to donate to us, that will upgrade our equipment and fund our alcohol addiction. Then that's That's what we like.
Yeah, look, I can see a tumbleweed in the Ko-Fi right now.
Yeah,
So if anyone wants to
flood it.
give us $5,
$5, mate. Yeah.
We'll shout you out on the show.
We will.
We'll do some other things as well.
That's correct. Whoa. Is this OnlyFans? You can follow us on Twitter, and Instagram at 50doctor.
And on TikTok at Doctor50.
At 50Doctor Who on TikTok. Don't have a Threads yet because Connor's refusing to help me get into that because I need the Instagram that Connor runs.
Threads. I don't like
Put it this way. You said Threads would be gone in a week. Didn't last a day.
Did I say that?
You said
it does sound like me.
Yeah, it didn't last a day. I don't think. I think it will get better. It's just we all got excited, jumped on it, and then we realized it's like a very limited version of Twitter. So I think it just needs time. And they've been very open. The people that made Threads, like one of the guys that runs it, like put up a thing and said like, "Thanks so much for jumping on board with it, but we have a lot of work still to do on this right now." So and he like listed the stuff, and it was all basically just like Twitter things that Twitter has that they don't. So,
Threads more like I wish I was dead.
That's a shit
rather
joke.
than using that app.
It's a shit joke, mate.
You're a shit joke. How about that?
Your mum's a shit joke.
Wow.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50%. Cat.
Hit me with that shit so I can't say anything when the intro plays.
Would you like to try this red wine?
Not really,
well, it's not
but
red
I'll
wine.
try it.
It's a red jam.
My issue with it is you've opened it and it's been sat there. Is it not sparkling?
It's not sparkling, mate. It's not sparkling. I might have been else out, but it's...
It smells very good.
Do you like strawberry jam?
I do.
Have a sip, mate.
I do.
Have a suckle on that bad boy. Yeah, we said we need to get a sting for drink of the week.
Yeah, that is nice.
That's good, mate.
That is really nice.
This is from Margaret River, my trip down south. Went down to the berry farm.
That's nice.
Went down to the berry farm and we were just sort of sat there in the cafe there for a bit.
Very good, mate.
And me and my lovely girlfriend Nicole were like, what should we get to drink? And I said, let's just try some strawberry wine. She had plum, I had strawberry. Right choice for the strawberry. And I just knew then I had to buy a bottle. So this is
Can you get
strawberry.
it here?
I'm not sure.
That's what always annoys me when you buy stuff like this on those trips because you can't.
Nah, I like that
a lot
though.
of the time.
I like it because
Why?
Because it's like, yeah, it's special. You know, that's why you get things down there, and it's like, ooh, it's the only place I'm gonna get it.
I have this.
If you have it every day, it's not special.
True. I have my Johnny White Walker from the Game of Thrones bottle of Johnny Walker, and I got that in 2018, 2017, and I haven't opened it yet. So,
Are you waiting for Game of Thrones season 9?
I'm never going to open it.
Right.
I'm just going to watch that. I like to collect things and watch how high they can get in price and never sell them. I'm really weird like that. I have a lot of stuff like that. I'm just like, I will never sell you, but I love to see how much money it would sell for.
Ncuti Gatwa.
Who?
Ncuti Gatwa.
Who?
He spoke to the Rolling Stone.
What a big shot.
I think it was Alison Rumfit, I believe, is who was interviewing him at the time. And we'll link this article down below. A lot of you have probably seen things online about it already, but it's an amazing interview. Really well done. I think Rolling Stone is a pretty solid mag from what I've seen of them. And
might want to get a gig there, Aiden.
Get a gig there. Yeah, I do a bit of writing. Got a Doctor Who article coming out soon. I'm sure I'll post on Twitter for Collider.com. So this article goes through stuff about like sex education, about Barbie, and brief sort of splatters of Doctor Who. So we're going to touch on the Doctor Who stuff, not even all of it, because he also goes on to some stuff about, being the first black actor, being, how the film crews give him time to go to his therapy sessions and stuff like that. I thought was amazing. But we're just going to highlight
some about religion a bit as well, which I found really interesting. Yeah, it's a really good read, so definitely go check it out. Also, I don't think we mentioned this last week, but so sex education is ending.
Yes, season 4.
So we knew Ncuti was leaving as well, and what's her name? Emma
Mackey said that she was wanting to leave.
Yes, so now we know it's the final season.
Which sounds good. Sounds good to me.
I agree, and I think it makes sense for the show.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that's in September, so that'll be a good little piece of Ncuti as well with Barbie before we get to see him.
We're getting so much Ncuti, I can't handle it.
He actually is,
my God.
He's hot stuff at the moment.
Hot stuff. Speaking of hot stuff,
especially from that photo shoot.
And we got a lovely image from the Christmas special of Ncuti.
We got a new little piggy with a little cowboy hat on.
Right, mate. I'm going to be honest, the hat, if it is just for this scene and it's like a gag and he just wears it or something, I'm on board for the hat.
Yeah, I agree.
But people are like raving about it online, being like, oh, the hat complements the costume so much. And I'm like, it's so lame. It didn't need it. I hope it's just a scene.
No, I agree. I think it would suit the little scene, but I hope it's not for the full thing because it just gives me season 6 Matt Smith Stetson vibes.
It's a bit lame, isn't it?
It is a bit lame.
It's a bit lame. When we're trying to make Doctor Who sexy again, it's like, oh, give him a fucking cowboy hat.
GFIT will get any reference to the Stetson.
I kind of hope so.
Past.
It's the 60th.
I used to wear a Stetson.
It's still in the 60th year. I'd
True.
hope
The special will be ass end of 2023.
the ass end, baby. Hopefully a good end to it. So lovely image. You can see the tinsel in the background, bit of greenery around.
I love that suit, by the way.
It's sort of his main fit, but I don't think he's wearing it that much. I think he's only going to wear it once or twice.
It's funny though, because like from the shots we saw in the graveyard, he's wearing something completely different. So it looks like even in his first episode, I wonder if he in the 60th puts those clothes on, and that's him in the graveyard, and then he goes and finds his costume. I don't know. I'm not Russell T Davies.
Don't know. I'm keen.
I'm here to speculate.
All right, let's run through these quotes. Connor and I are going to take it in turns, rattling through these.
Take it away, Aiden. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Okay, this is a favourite of mine. My doctor is emotionally vulnerable. He hides it with humour, but he's lonely. I love that we already have like a thing. It's obviously not an arc, but it's a flaw in his character. And I just feel like that's something that we've sort of been missing the last few years. Jodie had her flaws as a doctor, but I don't think it was ever something that was properly addressed. So I'm happy that Ncuti out the gate is like, this is sort of my doctor, and he's not okay. He's emotionally vulnerable.
Bro, is he me right now? Jeez.
He's all of us. One of us.
I think it's great. I love us already. I think it's funny because I'm sure you could describe Jodie's doctor like that, but I can guarantee you they will do it 10 times better.
Definitely.
Like, I feel like she was like that, but they'll do it better here. Yeah, I love that. Like we need that.
Jodie had the whole thing, like she doesn't open up about her emotions, keeps you bottled in. We hardly ever saw ramifications for that. We saw her lose her shit like once or twice.
Yeah.
And other than that, I wish we saw more of that. But anyways, the quote continues on. If you want to finish that quote for me, Connor.
So I can't say much more than that. I don't want to spoil anything. But he's also energetic. The poor cameraman struggled to keep up.
Yeah, I love the idea of this cameraman being like trying to get the focus, trying to get the pans and tilts right. But
that's a comment that you made very early on when he got announced that you were like, in sex ed, he's so energetic. He's always moving. He's always doing something.
Yeah, I love like there's scenes in sex ed where he'll just be talking and then he'll just like jump and like grab himself and almost do like a pull up onto like a.
You mentioned that, you mentioned like a pull-up or something, and I think that's kind of like the Ncuti Gatwa effect. I think he'll bring into every character that he does in a way. I'm sure we'll see it in Ken when he does like backflips, front flips.
Yeah,
I think it's cool, man. Again, like all this stuff that's been said so far is just perfect.
An important thing with actors getting roles is them finding something within their roles that they can really relate to, and I think what Ncuti says next is really important. This person survived a genocide. This person fits in everywhere and nowhere. I am the doctor. The doctor is me. I decided that I had to get this role. I think that's so important. We know that Gatwa and his family fled from Rwanda. They escaped a genocide against the Tutsi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Minority. They settled in Scotland in the end. So I think that's awesome that he latched onto that plot point, which I think is something we don't sort of hear people necessarily getting that from the whole Time War plot often. So it's awesome to see Ncuti really resonate with a previous plot point in Doctor Who, and he's obviously bringing that into his character. Thank God Chibnall destroyed Gallifrey again, and he can still carry that on with him.
No, you're so right. I totally got that from it as well. The whole idea of the Doctor's past and this genocide that he did like commit. I also think like there's a reason why he's saying something like that. I do think it'll play a good part in the series. I really do think it'll have like an emotional weight on his character, and I couldn't be more happy about that. I think it's something that I feel like was lacking in the last era a little bit for me personally. So to have that back would be great.
It's awesome.
I think.
What is the last quote?
We continue on. As a child, you read that already. Sorry, I underlined that one. Sorry.
You're cool.
I love John Pertwee, the Third Doctor's outfit. He told Rolling Stone UK. lovely velvet jackets and frilly shirts. I feel a connection to him. Our doctors are the only two who dress like sluts. Gatwa laughed.
Peak. I think that's...
How good is that?
Now
that is so good.
That's a showman. That's a man that loves a good laugh, and I'm a...
Absolutely. And again, like him mentioning, like, John Pertwee, or Pertway, for all the fans out there, I think that it's great. And he even mentioned a thing, like, I did like a binge watch, of from like season 1. Mm-hmm. Great. Like, I think this is the kind of stuff that you should be doing.
I wonder if he did all 13.
I doubt that. He probably only watched like maybe Russell's era.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm wrong.
Maybe
I don't know.
And maybe then he
had
just
like
did
a week, so I don't know if he could have gone through.
So maybe he did like 1 to 4 and then like pick pieces from like maybe the best episodes.
Yeah, I think
from
you're
like 5
right.
onwards.
I think you're right. Because I think Russell said he picked out episodes to show him.
Right. Okay.
For like references and stuff. So
Interesting.
I thought that whole thing was great, and he honestly just seems like you were saying the other day in the group chat, like he just seems like a solid dude. Like he just seems really cool, and again, open up about fleeing his country of birth, like going to therapy. The backlash from people for him being the first black doctor, the fact that he's gay, I think he's just a great human being. Outside of even being the doctor, I think he's just a great representation of being yourself, and the fact that he's a doctor, perfect casting if you ask me.
And I love that he's sort of bringing that energy we think into his role of the doctor, because
I agree,
should he obviously, as someone that goes to therapy, he clearly. But he's like a real funny dude. So the whole idea of him being emotionally vulnerable and covering that up with laughter and banter, I feel like that's a bit of shooty in there, So I'm on board with that.
You play your strengths,
Play to your strengths. Speaking of playing,
oh boy, here we go.
It's time for everyone's favorite game. It's time for the quiz, baby.
Need it.
This is the weekly segment, ladies and gents, where listeners send in questions to us, and they are quiz questions that pit me and Connor against each other throughout the course of our Series 12 reviews. We're going to keep a tally to see who wins every week, and at the end, the winner gets a Tim Shaw pop vinyl bought for them by the other.
Yeah, the loser has to admit defeat and buy a pop vinyl.
That's right.
Of everyone's favourite Doctor Who villain.
So as we said, lovely listener, and we talked to them on Twitter quite a bit. They're awesome. Adam. I love Adam.
Adam's so lovely.
Adam's great, right? Because he always, sort of, if Frio's having a bad game, he just like comments on the post and he's like, oh, how you doing, buddy? Or something. Okay. I normally hate the Adelaide Crows, right? I used to be like, oh, they're shit, and I never thought they were good teams. But now, like, because Adam's a hardcore Adelaide Crows fan because he lives in Adelaide. Yeah. This is AFL, by the way, for you English listeners. And so now I'm like trying to root for Adelaide at times, because I'm like, I see Adam at the games on his Twitter, he posts or whatever sometimes, and I'm like, this is.
Well, it's funny because like he goes for Australia in the Ashes, and I am an England fan. Yeah, so I see him tweeting about it, and I'm like, feud. The first thing we've ever disagreed on. So he's lovely. He's been a fan for over a year now, I think, and has been nothing but kind and has sent some really lovely DMs along the way. So we thank him.
Thank you, Adam.
God bless him, everybody.
Let's hear from the guy.
The GOAT.
Hi, Aidan and Connor. Adam Wilmers here. Thank you for having me on this week to ask you some questions. So, are you ready for round one? Here we go. To help me today, I've brought a friend, Dalek Sek. As you know, Dalek Sek is from the story Daleks in Manhattan. So my questions are, to you, Connor, what is the material that needs to be bolted to the top of the Empire State Building in that story? And for you, Aidan, what story from the collection season 2 is that material also referenced? Okay, go.
All right.
I got this.
Yeah. I feel like...
Dalekanium.
Yeah, yours is Dalekanium. I know that. Oh, fuck. Yours is definitely the easier one of the two.
Yeah.
Dalekanium. So, 2 Dalek stories in season 2. You got the Dalek invasion of Earth, and you have the chase.
Well, you got a 50-50 chance.
But there's also a serial called the Space Museum, where there is a Dalek, just like a I think it's just like the outer shell of a Dalek. It's literally a museum in space full of things, and there's a Dalek in there. Okay. It's where the iconic, the shot of William Hartnell coming out. He's like inside of a Dalek. And
Yes,
that's what that's from.
Yes. Okay.
Could it be? I'm gonna say Dalek Invasion of Earth.
That's probably a good one.
Because, let's Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Right,
let's hear from Adam.
Let's go.
Okay, guys. Hope you got the answers. So for you, Connor, the answer was Dalekanium. And for you, Aiden, the answer was the Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Okay, all right.
I was sweating there. I was like, I've got like a 1 in 3 chance of getting this bad boy right. So
What a true fan, by the way. Owns it on Blu-ray and SD.
so do I actually.
True fan.
Of Earth.
True goat. Well, he's a bit more of a true fan than you. Aiden,
I mean, you can see all of his his toys in the background
it's
and
sick,
action figures. That looks
I
awesome.
love Doctor Who fans.
Okay, so 1 point each for Aiden and Connor. Let's move on to round 2.
Okay, guys, time for round 2. So to help me with round 2, I brought another friend today, and that is the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi.
Love it.
So, in the opening story for Season 9, The Magician's Apprentice and The Witch's Familiar, not only do we see the 12th Doctor ride on a tank, because why not? We also get a special cameo, and that special cameo is Special Weapons Dalek, one of my favourites.
Love it.
So my question is to you, Connor, what classic Doctor Who story do we see Special Weapons Dalek in? And for you, Aiden, which other modern Who story does Special Weapons Dalek feature in? Okay, go.
Oh, yours is so easy.
I think I know mine. I know your, but I think, because before I got into Classic Who, I knew the answer to your question. So I think it's relatively fair, because it's a pretty well-known story.
Oh, God. I know yours. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm guessing mine is Asylum of the Daleks. I think. I hope.
I'm gonna say. Fuck. I was gonna go out on a whim and say I really don't think this is it, but I'm gonna say Genesis of the Daleks.
Can I say it is later than Genesis of the Daleks?
It's a 7th Doctor story, isn't it?
Could be.
It is. But I forget what the fuck it's called. That's why I would have said it. But I forget what the fuck it's called. It's Remembrance of the Daleks.
Fuck, I was about to say, if only you could remember, and then I was going to press play.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right, guys. I hope you got those ones. So for you, Connor, that's Remembrance of the Daleks.
You remembered.
And for you, Aiden, that would be Asylum of the Daleks.
You're kind, actually, to give me that. Because I knew it was Sylvester, but I couldn't remember.
Surely I get a point for helping you out.
Well, from that shenanigans you pulled last week, we'll just forgive you for that, I reckon.
All right, let's move on to round 3.
All right, let's go. Neck and neck.
Okay, guys, it's time for round 3, the final round. So for this round, we need to cast our minds back to the year 2013, the year of the 50th anniversary specials.
Those were the days.
Here in my hand, I have the
very
50th
sexy.
anniversary special
Love that.
steelbook. One of the bonus features on this steelbook is Doctor Who at the Proms 2013. Right, so let's cast our mind forward now to 2015, where here in Australia, we had the Doctor Who Symphonic Spectacular Tour, which featured both my hometown of Adelaide and your hometown of
Oh, wow.
So my question to you, Aiden, is which conductor featured on both Doctor Who at the Proms 2013 and the Spectacular Tour? And for you, Connor, who was the doctor that featured on this tour as the compare? Okay, go.
Right, I know yours.
I know yours.
I think I know mine. I'm just worried I've got the name wrong. Is it?
So my question is, what was the doctor when that was touring?
No, so a doctor came along and like run the show on the tour.
I think I do know this.
Yeah? Okay, so I think, is it... fuck, I'm so worried that I've got his name wrong. Is it David Foster?
I ain't saying shit. Okay.
Is his first name right? Have I got the first name right?
I ain't saying shit.
I helped you. Fucking hell.
What do you mean? No, I can't. What do you mean?
I helped you out, and now you're just throwing it in my face.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I think it's I think it was Peter Davison.
You really want to lock that in?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
All right, guys, I hope you got this one. For you, Aiden, it was Ben Foster.
Ben Foster.
And for you, Connor, it was Peter Davison.
Yes! Yeah, it was Ben Foster.
Fuck!
His name's on all the soundtracks you listen to all the time.
I don't. Well, look. Okay.
How do you not know that?
By the way, I was trying to trick you out of saying Peter Davison. I did know that. Sure. Oh, I'm not helping you from now on. I'm done.
Okay,
this
no.
is war.
Well, no. I think last week, I got a bit shafted by the whole cocktails thing when I said pina colada.
You didn't. You
Yeah,
just guessed cocktail randomly.
Nah, it wasn't random. It was just I knew, but I just didn't know the name. Just like Remembrance of the Daleks.
No, you said Genesis of the Daleks, and then I was like, it's not that one, Connor. You got it on your second attempt, and I'm laying you off. All right.
Even if I had 2.5, I'd still win.
No, because if I hadn't said anything, you would have said Genesis, and you would have got that wrong, and then we would have both been on 2. I'm letting you.
Wait, if we tie, this is a good thing to settle. If we tie, we both get a point.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we both get a point. So what's the score now? Like across the board?
So I think it's. I think it was who won the first? Didn't we both win the first one?
I think we did. So I think
it's
2-2 then.
2-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
2-2.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. 2-2. All right. And I'm not. I think this is what happened last time. I'm not trying to be like a flexi boy, but I think there was like once where
something you want to say?
I fed you the answer a little bit, and then it came and shot me in the foot in the end.
I was close to saying Ben Foster. You got Foster right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, no one hate me for not giving it me. I mean, this is a competition in the end.
No, I'm not expecting you to give it. No, I'm getting it.
Did it. I said cocktails last week. I copped it. I copped the
Put it this way. Kindness gets you nowhere, and that's what I've learned from today. My AFL team, they're all a bunch of young boys who are really nice and introverted, and now they're just getting bullied by all the big boys at better teams. So
can you go like one episode without bringing up that bloody team?
No
one knows what you're talking about.
It gives me sadness.
Our audience is like 75%.
I was just using it as an analogy.
At least the Ashes is set in the fucking UK right now, and it's England versus Australia. You were watching it on Sunday night, cracking game.
Yeah, I did. I always watch the last day. The last day of the Ashes, because it's more like you have like a specific target and you're like cracking down on that.
I will say this to Adam. Thank you for sending in the questions, and also
thank you, Adam.
I'm sorry that Australia lost the last test.
Well, I mean, we've won the first 2. I'm with you, Adam, my boy. I'm rooting for Australia here.
2-1. We can win the next 2.
You so can. And Freo, if they win 6 out of their next 7 games, can still make finals, which is not going to happen.
Speaking of not talking about AFL, aren't Freo versing the top of the ladder board this Sunday?
We are,
Saturday?
and we have our best player suspended for
too much biting.
No, he did a tackle, and everyone's like, there was nothing wrong with that tackle. Even all the journos are like, what the fuck's going on? Anyways, he's suspended, and we have but everyone's like, there's nothing wrong with that tackle. Okay,
what
Fuck you. No, I'm trying to get through this. I'm trying to move on from AFL.
Comment section say that.
No, all the journalists. I listened to a couple of AFL podcasts. Okay, now fucking. So our best player suspended. One of our, if not our best defenders, injured. And then 2 of our other players are injured as well. So, okay, we're moving the fuck on. We're moving on. Connor, I hate you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Adam. I love you so much. You sent us really good questions.
They were great questions, actually. Very inventive.
I just wish I knew Dave Foster's bloody name.
Ben Foster. Yeah, fuck Chris last week for sending in just more than 55 questions. That was great in a way, but that sucked.
I love the idea of our listeners trying to torture us and like just give us questions we don't know the answer to.
I had a great idea at work today, which is torturous. So hopefully we can do that soon for a question segment.
Well, like if it is torturous, I think like give us a multiple choice answer. Like if it's a question we're not going to know the answer to, give us like a multiple choice so we could maybe hit it.
I would tell you what I think we should do with it, but yeah.
Let's move on. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. That's the episode we're reviewing today. It's the 4th episode of the 12th series of the British science fiction television program Doctor Who. Broadcast on the 19th of January 2020. Written by Nina Metivier. I'm so sorry for pronouncing that wrong. Wikipedia really needs to have like a pronunciation thing next to these sort of names. And directed by Nida Manzoor. So 2 4-letter N words. Oh, that sounds like I'm being racist. That sounds like I'm being... That's not what I meant. 2 4-letter names that start with N, second letter I, and 4th letter... Oh my god,
dude! You just did it again.
I'm really not trying to do this on purpose.
Did it again.
All I was trying to say was how similar their names are.
Bro.
You've got Nina and Nida. That's all I was trying to say.
It is funny when I did see the director pop up. I was like, "Wait, is this a written and directed by?" Which they've never done in Doctor Who, by the way. I think they should do it.
I'm so sorry. I was not trying to be.
No, it's funny.
Any
It's
form
fine.
of racism there, because
Racism is not funny. It's just funny what Aiden didn't know that he was saying it.
yeah.
Let me cover my tracks.
Please fix me. Make sure I don't get cancelled.
Don't you reckon though it'd be cool to have a director and writer like
that's what I'll do when I'm showrunner.
Fuck me.
Every premiere and every finale will be written and directed by Aidan Green.
Yeah, and the halfway point.
Any episode that I think is going to be amazing, I'll direct, and then it will be amazing because I directed it. You know, I'm the best director. I'm Perth's best director.
Give me strength, Lord. Do you? Has that ever happened before? Even in Classic Who? I don't think it has. I don't think it's ever happened.
No, I don't think it has. I don't think we've ever had a written and directed by combo.
But I also feel like a lot of the time that happens. Like a lot of the time, like one of them's lacking a little bit. Like normally it's directed really well, but the writing's a bit off, or it's written really well, but the director's a little bit off.
Nah, not me, mate. Not me.
Fuck you.
No, you know me.
Right.
I'm Perth's hottest director.
Where?
Revelation Film Festival's going on, and you know what?
What's that?
I wasn't invited. It's Perth's best film festival. I'm so not into like I should go 100% for me to get into film. I should be there at that film festival networking. But I hate that shit so much. It's on at the moment. It's on tonight. It was on last night. It opened last night. It's on all weekend. I think it's probably over next weekend as well. But I'm so not into like the whole glitziness of it. You know, like I'm into showing my film, but I'm not into talking afterwards and having people be like, "Oh, I saw your film," like that kind of thing. I'm just so fucking modest, you know. Everyone else should be like me. That's my takeaway.
Okay.
You think? Do you agree?
Do I think you're modest?
No. Do you think everyone else in the world should be like me?
No, I think you're you, and that's good. And I think you wouldn't be yourself if you were different.
I should do the master, and like everyone does like the, and then they turn Aiden in the end. The end of time is what I'm talking about here.
You know the YouTubers I was telling you about, the Raka Raka Brothers, their film, the A24 film, like the highest rated horror film of this year. Yeah,
that's dropping.
Fuck me, it's insane. I was watching these guys like 4 years ago, and they were pitching the script in like LA.
Yeah,
I've
right.
been watching them for longer than that, but anyway, it's great to see them have success and us have less than 1,000 subscribers on a shitty podcast.
Well, it's from little things, big things grow. That's what my girlfriend keeps telling me. Let's move on from that joke. In 1903, the 13th Doctor helps... No, I wasn't talking about the podcast when I was saying that, Connor. In 1903, the 13th Doctor helps Nikola Tesla escape from being kidnapped by the Skithra aliens, along with the assistance of her
Ratnos?
companions Graham, Ryan, and Yaz.
Boo.
Yeah, man. So this is Nikola Tesla. The episode with Nikola Tesla, 2020. COVID, mate. No, not quite. I mean, it was sort of silently going on.
It was cooking.
I remember
hearing about it.
After this, actually, this is more of a story for next week, but since we're on the COVID topic, I remember the morning that Fugitive of the Judoon came out.
My mum.
I was going on a camping trip with a gang. So the episode dropped at like 5 a.m. and I think I had to leave at like 6 a.m. And I was like, damn, I'm getting ready. I'm going to be fully ready to go. And I'm just going to put this episode on and then sprint out the door. Because I just had a feeling for Fugitive. And lo and behold, Jack was in it and Joe Martin and things like that.
Jack's back.
Hashtag Jack's back. Hashtag bring him back. I'm kidding. God, I'm really out to get cancelled today. And so when I was on that camping trip, I remember we were on the trip and we were like, oh, look at all this Corona shit. And then we made the classic joke that was so original at the time. And we said, hey, can't be having a Corona tonight, boys, because don't want to get the old Rona from it.
Now what we 3 years later and we're like, don't you say that? No.
Not that anyone should miss COVID, because it's
I know exactly what you're going to say, and my answer is yes.
The whole just the craziness.
Kind of fun.
Okay.
There's a nostalgic vibe.
We need to put an asterisk next to that.
Okay, we are getting cancelled this episode.
We lived in Perth, Western Australia. We did not have people we know dying. We're like very, very much.
People did die from it in Perth.
People did, but very rarely. We obviously did not actually have to live out the madness that everyone lived out in the UK. Nor would I want to.
You're making it sound like it didn't affect us. Like it did. Like the pubs were closed for like months. No, not just pubs. Like pub funny, haha. Connor missed the pub. Get out.
Even the UK is like, oh, my wife, my grandma, my daughters, they've all died, and you're like, but boys, I couldn't go down to the fucking pub.
No,
mate.
the pub, and also restaurants and cafes and cinemas and stuff.
yes.
Like all that was closed, and I think also just like the mental health effects. Like there was obviously stories about people who were living with like abusers who were like living in houses where they just had to be locked in. Like there were so many things that it affected. Like I swear you can't go a day without like either reading about COVID, talking about COVID, someone mentions it to you. But you're right, there was a bit of fat nostalgia to it. There was those vibes.
There's weird, like, when everyone was in lockdown in the UK and we were seeing, like, you know, like, we would just get news updates of all this crazy shit, like, every day. And I remember, like, my friend group, we have, like, a group chat with quite a few people in it. And the moment our premier at the time, Mark McGowan, would announce he's doing a press conference in 30 minutes, someone would instantly send a live stream in, and we'd all be watching the live stream at the same time. And he'd be like, guys, we're going into lockdown for the weekend. And like stuff like that was
that was scary, man.
I know, but it was like good scary.
I kind of got PTSD from that motherfucker coming out to do a press conference because like it just used to scare me like heaps.
Well, I
last
night started watching Staged because season 1 of that is on Stan, which I've never seen, which, you know, stars David Tennant and why can't I remember his name? Michael Sheen. There we go. David Tennant and Michael Sheen.
Just season 1's on there?
Yeah, because I think the rest is on BritBox, I think. Because season 3, I think, is a BritBox original.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's obviously like a whole, pretty much entirely Zoom-based TV show. And I was watching it and I was like, damn, this takes me back. Like, all the gags, like, people trying to get used to... The whole thing is, like, they're trying to rehearse a stage show via Zoom. And, like, David's playing David, Michael's playing Michael, and the director is playing the director. And so, like, them getting used to Zoom, like, all talking over each other. There's, like, a really good bit where they're all leading up to someone making a good point, and then he goes to make the point, and then he freezes, and then just drops out of the call. And it's just so funny. There is so many funny bits. And that's me going, like, I remember that. Like, I remember when, like, my class was, like, 30 people all on Zoom. And, like, my boy Ian was, like, pre-recording stuff. You know how you can make your background different things? He would pre-record a shot from his webcam in his room. And he'd be, like, talking on the Zoom so it comes up on the main big screen. And then all of a sudden, another version of Ian would come in through the door with a gun and start shooting up another version of Ian. And then all of a sudden, Ian would start looking around, like, actual Ian would be like, oh my God. And he'd start, like, like hiding under the desk. And it would just be mid-class. And people were pulling shit like that. He pre-recorded me and my mates coming out of the Avengers Endgame wheel and started playing the Avengers Endgame music as we, you know what I'm talking about? We all storm out.
I do.
Stuff like that. I miss Zoom. That's it. I miss Zoom. I don't miss COVID. COVID was bad. I miss Zoom.
It's still here. You can still find them. Yeah, I don't know. There was definitely a bit of nostalgia. For me, I get really bad FOMO and I hate it. Like, I get depressed on the weekends. I'm like, I could be doing something better. Even if I'm doing the best thing ever, I'm like, I could be doing something better.
Yeah.
And I feel like when COVID happened, everyone was just at home. Well, everyone mostly was.
Yep.
I was like, oh, everyone's just at home, like me.
One of us.
One of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting drunk at home and just dancing with your family, like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
like excusing your alcoholism because everyone else was doing it.
That's the first thing I would do. Like, Marky, our ex-premier, would be like, you got 3 hours and we're going to lockdown. I went straight to, like, the bottle and got, like, I remember getting, like, 4 slabs one time because I thought we were going to be in there for a while.
The first ever one, and no one was prepared in WA because we didn't have any sign of COVID. And so no one had face masks, even though, they had been saying for a while, just make sure you get face masks because when it happens, we will have to shut down straight away. No one fucking had face masks. So as soon as I was with my mum and dad and we were watching the announcement, as soon as he was like in 3 hours, we're locking down, we were like, let's fucking go before it gets busy. We went to the shop, got the last pack of face masks in there. It was starting to get busy. We were at, I won't say the name of it, but where the BWS bottle shop is that's near your house?
Yes.
That sort of little series of shops there.
Yeah.
I remember walking out of the pharmacy and it was literally like the fucking apocalypse began. People were beeping their horns and like cars were like almost crashing into each other, literally like speeding through the car. Like, it was fucking insane. It was like literally the stolen earth. It was the end of the bloody world, darling. Yeah, it was literally that.
I literally thought it was the end of the world. I genuinely thought we were all going to fucking die. Everyone had that thought at least once, was like, what if we just don't get through this?
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember it feeling so scary in Perth, and I'm like, but we have it so lucky. I'm like, God knows what the UK went like.
Yeah, it would have sucked. As much as like,
it's horrible.
There was like this nostalgic thing. Like, let's not take away from the gravity of it all. Like,
absolutely, it was insane.
I couldn't imagine being in lockdown for as long as those guys were, and I feel for years that people missed for being in lockdown and
well, we still
lives
missed,
that were lost.
We still missed like
2 weeks of our life.
No. I remember like there was a lot of stuff that we missed out on. Like, well, also like, all right, sure, like we had it easy, but like we couldn't fly anywhere, we couldn't do anything. Like,
But that's fine.
people weren't. Was it fine, Aiden?
It was.
Was it fine? I didn't find it fine. I wanted to fly off on a jet plane somewhere. I couldn't do it.
Mate, I'm the fucking big flyer out of the two of us. I love
Oh
traveling.
boy, your arms must be so tired.
They are, mate. They're so strong.
But
I'm
also,
so
like,
fucking big and strong.
We
'cause
couldn't
of my
have any
flying.
like musical artists come in. I was
Oh,
just
no.
missing concerts.
Oh no.
Without
Oh.
them having to.
Your concert got
damn,
cancelled.
We are.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
literally, the Avalanches couldn't come into Perth,
fuck.
and I got so upset
God
because they
damn
got
it.
me through COVID.
Damn.
And I bought a festival ticket to see them, and they had to. They couldn't come in because of Mark's bloody rules.
Oh
and then,
no.
And then I had to go to this festival, and they went there, and I was like, they got replaced by Eskimo Joe, which is like this Perth-based band. Who
You said that so funny.
Eskimo Joe.
You were like, no, you said it fine then, but when you first said it, you were like,
Eskimo Joe.
Eskimo.
Eskimo
Really
Joe.
pronouncing the different syllables.
I like Eskimo Joe, but that's not why I fucking went, okay? I grooved to a few songs, but it's not why I went. I remember just like leaving like half.
Crocodile Rock? That's a joke.
I remember when I was young.
We're not singing again. We did so much singing last week.
Susie had so much fun.
Yeah, COVID was a thing, and
Did it happen?
I'm happy it's gone, but there's definitely like little bits that
It's
was
not
like
gone. It's still here. I
no,
had
but
it
you know what I
twice.
mean. The major repercussions of the time
girl.
are now gone. Yeah, but
What's stopping the next COVID from happening? That's what
me,
terrifies
mate.
me. to
Me,
my
I'm
core.
defender of WA. I
Yeah.
fuck like another disease comes in, like I stomp on it.
Right, you can stomp on atoms. That would just.
I just stomp on the COVID 20 atoms.
I'm just terrified that something else would happen. Like after that happened, like that's the kind of thing that you see in a movie and you'd be like, oh, that would never happen, and it did.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, what's next?
What's next? Dun, 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 dun.
At this time, it just kills you if you get it.
Oh, like insta death. Like you just breathe and it's like, oh.
Nah, like it'd be like if you got in The Walking Dead, if you get like bit, like you'd start to get a fever, you just die.
Damn. Bro, I'll be lining up for that shit.
Wow.
Connor. Bruh. Connor.
Bruh.
So yeah, 2020.
Anyway, 2020. Yeah. What a year.
That's the year, mate. That's the year.
Yeah.
The year it all happened. Bottom line is COVID wasn't quite happening. It was silently happening in the background. What did you think in 2020 of Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror?
I loved it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Barbara Streisand. Yes, I
loved it.
I loved
thought
it.
It was so good.
I was like cinema.
All right. Don't be rash.
Don't be rash. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Don't be rash.
Don't be rash.
What's
Do you know what that's from?
What? No, I was about to say.
It's
What's
from
that from?
Guardians 3.
Don't be rash.
Probably one of the only jokes I laughed at. Don't be rash.
Who says that?
Will Poulter. Adam Warlock. Awful Ryan for that character. For such a great actor. And such a great character.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Well, 2023, mate. That's the year now. COVID, not here, of course. Dead, of course.
Yeah, Aiden beat it.
COVID, dead, of course.
Aiden stood on it and it's gone forever.
That's me, mate. Literally, like Mark, even though he's not Premier anymore, he just calls me up. He's like, Aiden, got another one of those cases, mate. And I just knock out the guy that has COVID.
Nice.
I just knock him out, put him in a bin.
Nice.
That's it.
You sat
Done.
next to me when I had COVID. Would you have knocked me out?
If I'd have known, yeah. Yeah, I would have picked up that microphone and just beat you to death.
I literally said like, there's like a chance I have it, and you're like, it'll be fine, just come over. And I was like,
fine, mate.
okay.
You know, my girlfriend, like, because that like sums me up, right? Like me with that sickness and stuff. Like, I don't believe it. Well, I do believe it, but I'm
Wait,
so
you don't believe in what? Sorry.
no. Like when people get sick, I'm like, oh, just fucking toughen up, mate. Like
I hate that about you.
I don't expect sympathy when I'm sick, but I do not give it out. Like, so my girlfriend, a week and a half ago, fell down the stairs, right? And I was like, come on, mate. And
Your stairs?
Yeah. And
Fuck,
she was
they're
like
hard.
having a cry. And I was like, come on, mate. It's
Having a
fucking
cry.
stairs, bro.
Bless.
And like next day was still very not well. Ended up going to the doctors and has like as fucked tailbone now from it. And I was like, yeah, probably should have cared a little bit more when that
Yeah,
happened.
you should
but-
have. You're a fucking. I could stab this pen into your leg and you'd be like, "Ooh, ow, that hurts so much." Like,
Oh no.
you need to snap out of it.
Why though? I don't want to be one of that guy that gets like a little cold and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't come to work.
Oh, me.
I've got my nose is running. I can't come to work.
I don't know. I guess it's just the way you're engineered. I don't know.
I think my family is like that though. Like we'll work through anything.
That's what I mean. Like I think you have grown up in that, and I am quite different. I think that's just what makes this show good, because it's like, I mean, we
one of us will call in sick, the other one will be here.
I don't call in sick.
You being like, Aiden, I'm too sick to edit the vlog.
I didn't say that.
You said something about that.
No, I didn't.
You did. There was something
sick.
you said.
I was sick in the vlog, but I still did it. It took me 8 days. What do you think, by the way? Did you like it?
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, there's a vlog out on the channel that Connor made.
Yeah, it was shit.
It was good. It was really fun. I liked it. I think it's very wholesome. 20 minutes of wholesome content. It's me, Connor, and Crispy Pearl
25.
in the lead up to meeting Michelle Gomez at Perth Supernova. So you guys should all check it out. I think it's a lot of fun.
I showed my parents, and it was a mistake, and I will never do that again.
We need to talk about Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I'm sorry. I do love your vlog, and I do very much.
Yeah, go on. Talk to me about what did you think of it?
This time, man, I put it on, and I was like, gee whiz, I remember this being great.
No.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure going into it. Build it up.
And it was great.
And it fucking was pretty fucking good, mate.
It was, yeah.
Pretty damn good episode. It
Has such a good vibe to it. And I think,
looks really nice as well.
It looks great. I think the guy they got to play Nikola Tesla is great. I think if he sucked, it would have been a hard watch. I think he's really good.
Bro, he's better than every other actor in this episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like he stands out.
Well, I like Thomas Edison as well. I think they got along really well. And I like all the costumes. I kind of wish Jodie wore a costume, but c'est la vie.
What does that mean?
That is life.
In what language?
French?
Yeah, that sounded very French.
Yeah,
I'd say that's
c'est la
French.
vie. I think it means that's life.
Nikola Tesla, yeah, his performance was...
He was great. Who is
fantastic.
He was really great.
That would be Garon Visenjik, another name that I've completely butchered. Sorry, Garon.
Visenjik.
But yeah, he's infectious as well. Like, I just kept wanting to see him. Every time it cut to like Mandip going, oh no... Oh, they're coming. Get off the streets. I was like, just give me Nikola Tesla. He just has this thing. You know, like David? Like, he has a presence. And every time he's on screen, you're like, fuck, it's David. And, like, I feel like almost every Doctor has this. I don't necessarily know that Jodie commands the screen when she's on it. She has scenes where she does, 100%. But across the board, I do think there's a lot of scenes where she could be... another actor or another character, you know?
Ooh, Aiden's dropping the truth bombs tonight,
mate,
folks.
Big bomb right here, big truth bomb, boom. There's
boom.
But Nikola Tesla is one of those guys, one of those actors that just really just commanded my attention, and I wanted to see more of him, and I got to see more. I don't think we didn't get enough.
Perfect casting, yeah.
Perfect. Amazing actor. I really hope he's doing well for himself.
Yeah, he was great. I think he really sold it. And again, like I said, like I think if the character who played Nikola Tesla sucked, this episode would have sucked. But I think it's fun. And again, the episode name is awesome.
Yeah, Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
I think it's awesome.
That's amazing.
The whole Scorpion, like, Ragnosy cunts are fine, but...
yeah, are you butthurt that they're not, like, they don't mention, like, oh, they're related to the Ratnos or something?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, neither am I. A lot of people are.
When I first watched it, I was like, I wish I heard a reference, but I was like, so are they related or not?
No, I don't think they are. But it is...
It's just a similar design. But Rani even sounds like the Empress of the Ratnos.
So Angie Mahindra,
Yes,
who
Rani
plays
Sinclair.
Rani. Not the Rani, but Rani.
That's Ryan.
That's Ryan Sinclair, idiot.
What a dickhead.
Rani Kandra? Rani Kandra?
Karma? Would you say
Kandra?
that?
Rani...
What the fuck?
Rani Chandra. Rani Chandra.
Smith?
There we go. Yeah, she's great. She's amazing. She's a fantastic actor.
She's great.
I
think she commands the role this week as well. Like, she's really...
Oh, we like that word today. Like the word command.
Well, I just don't...
That's the word of the day, folks.
Command.
Command.
Loud. That's our word of the day.
No.
Simpsons quote that Josh Snares will get.
Command is our word of the day. Keep talking. What were you saying?
I think the villains are a bit lackluster, but I don't care. I think the episode's good enough to get away with it.
They weirdly work, like, because you're right. Like, they definitely... They don't have a lot of screen time, but weirdly work.
And, like, I don't, like... Did I really care about these weird, like, spider scorpions running through the street? No.
Looked cool, though.
The design isn't too bad. I think it's a little ropey in places, but I just didn't really care. I was like, this is a fun episode. The energy is high.
Do you not think the CGI was polished? Like I thought like this looked.
I think I'm a hater,
amazing,
and that's just the way it is, and I need you to get used to that.
I thought they looked. I'm very used to it, mate. I thought they looked incredible.
In the daylight, I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'd see it like that chase sequence. I thought looked amazing.
Did you like Yaz running through the streets going, "Get inside"?
Get inside.
No,
I like when she, I think it was her, knocks over like a barrel of apples, and it like zooms in on the apples. Like, watch out, guys! This is gonna fuck them up.
And there's literally scorpions with spider legs,
giant,
riding, and they just go. Huh?
Yep, they're like, oh look, someone left an apple.
Little Mario bounce.
They go,
boing.
Nom. They go, nom 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 nom.
I like
that was better. Maybe that was her plan. She was like, oh, I'll feed them apples,
and they'll stop chasing me. Yeah. What did you think of Yaz, Ryan, and Graham? Not Dan.
Yaz, Ryan, and Graham. Oh, they were fine. Like they all had sort of little scenes. I think they did the best they could with a pretty crowded episode in terms of lots of characters. You know, but this is one of those episodes that probably would have benefited from being a Doctor and one companion TARDIS team. A lot of people say 3 people is too big of a TARDIS team. I disagree. I think so many TV shows have like 8 cast members and it works. I don't have a problem with that. But this is one of those episodes that I think had so many great supporting cast members that it probably would have benefited from having a smaller TARDIS team. What did you think?
Yeah, they were fine. I think everyone had some good lines. I think Graham had some good singers with Thomas Edison.
Bit of banter.
Ryan did his thing. I recall a scene where Yaz comes back off the spaceship and Ryan's in the background like, Yaz, and they hug each other. I didn't believe it for a second. I was like, this is not realistic at all.
This is them. Yaz.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's it.
Doctor.
Yaz. Wow.
And
you're okay.
Scene.
Yeah, pretty much. Was like, that was good though. We don't have to do another take.
Would have been great if Yaz had, because you know how when she got teleported off on her own in Spyfall,
exactly what I was about to say.
She was like freaking out.
I was like, yeah, maybe I'm wrong here, but I was like, maybe I could have had a scene where it was like it happened again. You know?
And maybe she was like, I can't keep doing this, or like she has to learn to conquer it. And there's so much untapped potential with Yaz because there is these great moments in Spyfall and things like that where it's like this character is a real person at times. I just wish they played with her conquering these demons more because you never really get that. She's always so reliant on the Doctor and
I think that's really cringy. You know, the reliance on the Doctor and I don't really have time for it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't have time for what the Doctor would do. I want to care about what Connor would do. You know. Or Jesus, my Lord and Savior.
What would Jesus do? The opening shot I thought looked really great, like Niagara Falls, tilts down
Niagara Falls
onto Nikola Tesla. The chase scene at the start on the train, I thought that was
Silurian gun,
amazing.
I haven't seen that back in the day and being like, yo,
Silurians are back.
They're not, unfortunately.
Yeah, is what we found out. But
so were they just saying they just scavenged it? Like there's still Silurians on the ground and they just found it
because they're a scavenger race, which I think is a great plot point. They're kind of like space pirates, like they just steal other people's shit.
Yar, I be stealing your Silurian gun.
Maybe that's what Angie Mahindra should have done.
Yar,
yars,
you do be kissing the Doctor's butt. What a show, man.
I'm trying to think of a joke here about like you only need to walk the plank, but the plank is Yaz because she's a plank of wood.
Damn, Aiden.
Damn.
You do be a savage though.
She'd be savage, yeah, man. I did think Yaz was okay in this one. I think she was fine, but yeah, just no standout moments. Couldn't tell you what she did.
Did the third act lose you a little bit?
No, I felt like the second act lost me a little bit, to be honest.
I knew you were going to say that.
I loved it the whole way through, but I did feel myself.
You so well.
Okay, well, the third act, it gets a little bit like, oh, we're just going to shoot the ship with a laser. Job done. Which, you know what? It's these little weird things that shouldn't normally work, and if you do think about them a little bit too much, they don't work. But in the context of this episode, like, you don't question it. Like, it's such a fun romp. And I just think Sagan did a good job on the score, and I think I think it seriously would have been a terrible episode without Goran playing Nikola. I think he just elevates every moment of it.
Yeah.
And fantastic production design. Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. I think it looks really good. It has a really good vibe to it. It's different, and it's the only episode of Jodie's Era my mum has watched, and she really liked it. So that's a good compliment. I remember her saying, I'm going to watch Jodie's Era. Never did.
And she didn't.
But, you know,
So
she tried. Well, she didn't try. That's the point.
she never watched just Woman Who Fell to Earth?
Nah.
Oh, because she tapped out in Capaldi, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We should say, by the way, your mum. So me, Crispy Pearl, and Connor were like sat around having breakfast at Connor's, and then we had a dinner one night, and both times your parents were like, "So who's your guy's favourite doctor?" Just innocent, lovely chat, right?
Yeah.
And we were all like, Peter Capaldi, and they're like, Peter, what?
Yeah.
Peter,
I don't get it.
couldn't believe it.
I hate it.
So then they tried again the next day.
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi.
Are you sure?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. I really... And what annoys me, though, they haven't given it a chance. That's what bugs me.
Yeah.
I feel like, look, having a new doctor is going to be difficult to get used to sometimes, especially for people who aren't, like, massive fans of the show. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. I just feel like they didn't try that hard, and I think they just saw some old guy come in and they were like, boo, the doctor should be David Tennant 24/7.
Yeah. He's not as sexy as David Tennant,
that's
is
all my
he?
dad says. David Tennant, the best doctor.
Your dad, the sexiest doctor, David Tennant. So
I'm like, he's great. He's amazing. I totally get it, but I can see past him a little bit.
We were sat with your dad, and your dad was like, "Oh, my favorite doctor is," and he like kind of forgot his name for a second, and just sort of sat there like, "Oh, is my favorite doctor is," and I was just in my head like, David Tennant, and then eventually he's like, David Tennant, and I was like, "Yep."
I thought it was John Pertwee for him, but I guess I'm wrong. That's his era, so
yeah.
He was trying to guess the Brigadier's name as well, and I was like, Brigadier, and he's like, yeah, the Brigadier. So he did definitely watch a few.
My mum definitely isn't like she doesn't really watch any Doctor Who anymore. She's not really on board with it.
Not a fan.
She again, she's like one of those, oh, where's David? And she'll always be like, man, I think Matt Smith got really good. She didn't like him at the start, but she was
that's what
like,
my mum said.
He really got me by the end of it. But my dad, he's so like, I think he really wants to like Doctor Who because he knows how much it means to me, and obviously we do the pod and stuff. So he's sort of loosely stayed up to date. He didn't finish Flux, and he was watching Flux, and he was like, yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good, yeah. And then I think he watched Survivors of the Flux. And he just said, he was like, Aiden, I think I just need to watch it from the start of Flux again. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm so confused. And I'm like, yeah, I think it kind of does that to you.
Yeah.
I think Flux is, you get into Survivors of the Flux and you're like, what the fuck? Like, Tek Taeun.
True.
What is going on?
Timeless Child.
Yeah. But
There's a wood in Jodie's head. Sorry, not a wood, like a house in Jodie's head. And you're like, what the fuck is that?
I'd like him to watch Power of the Doctor, but other than that, I'm not going to force him to watch any more of
At least you
Jodie's
can tell
era.
your mum that David Tennant is in fact coming back.
Oh, you bet I'm sitting them down and being like, guys, this episode...
I'm worried about that,
I'm going to be like, here's my PowerPoint. This episode is called The Star Beast.
You know what they'll say?
What?
You know what they'll say next, though?
What?
Wasn't as good as the old ones, though, was it? I guarantee you they'll get it back, and then it'll be like, my parents will say the same thing.
No, it'll be the...
Oh, it wasn't as good, though.
It'll be the Christmas special, and they'll be like, is David Tennant in it? And it's
No,
like, no,
Mum.
it's Ncuti Gatwa. And they're like, no, I'll watch it one day.
Switch it off.
Never watches it.
Turn it off.
Dies. Dead, of course.
The turtle. This is the 50% in between podcast. I'm going to the toilet. Just a quick update on my toilet break. Barbie is rated PG-13. Aiden.
Fuck.
It's not MA. I had to check because I got excited. Now I'm no longer excited.
Now
for
I'm
Barbie.
very disappointed.
So this bio quickly as well. We see on the Wikipedia, which you guys can't see. So
The Wardenclyffe Tower.
Just imagine a tower, okay?
Tower.
Not the Twin Towers, obviously. That's a bit sad, Aiden. Tragedy. Went to Ground Zero actually myself. I know you have.
So have
as
I.
well.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was real. That's sick. I like when Doctor Who actually gives like
The Wardenclyffe Tower we're talking about.
Yeah, like Queen Nefertiti. She actually wanted to have sex with the Doctor. In fact, I think she did. Good on her. Girl power.
I'm so lost, bro.
What? What do you mean? She did have sex with the Doctor.
I love, like, as much as Ryan is so, like, does nothing this season, right? I love the little bits where him and Graham are just fucking around.
Yeah, they're
looking at gadgets, and Ryan's
Yeah.
ooh, and Graham's like, don't do that. And points the little laser beam away.
Gadget.
Yeah, okay.
The Target novels came out today.
Oh, very cool.
I was this close from getting the Audible But I want the physical
I
copy.
need that. Yeah, I need that physical.
Yeah,
copy.
I might on the weekend grab the Wars of Mars.
I'm currently reading the target novel of the Ice Warriors, and I've got 2 other books.
Snooze.
Fucking hell,
Eating at
man.
Empress of Mars, written by Mark Gaddis.
He's not done one for that, has he? I don't think so. I don't think he's done that one. No, there's no Empress of Mars one. No, there's not. There's not. There's not one. No, there's Eaters of Light, not Empress of Mars.
Shit.
Yeah,
I was
fucking
wrong.
yeah, that's
Fuck,
right.
That was a quiz question. I'd be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, which ones are you gonna get? I might get the. I'm definitely gonna get the Wars of Mars. There was another one I might get. I can't remember what it was now.
Planet of the Ood, maybe, or the Zygon
Yeah.
invasion. Yeah.
Would you read the speech? Would the speech be?
It's just like 9 pages.
Yeah, do you reckon they'd add more to the speech?
I don't know.
Do they do that? They do. Yeah, I've read right.
They just like add little bits, and they're really fun. Like I really like them.
And I don't regret doing it. I'm glad I killed them. It's like, oh, great, Doc.
I got I just found someone on Facebook Marketplace that was selling a whole bunch of Target novels, and I just like met him at his work one day, and he just I bought the
G'day, mate.
the 10th Planet and the Ice Warriors from him. So I read the 10th Planet whilst I was
smoking
on.
a little bit of weed right now on my lunch break.
I read the 10th Planet whilst I was on my trip to New Zealand. That was amazing.
Boring.
And now I'm reading the Ice Warriors, but I can't read them all back to back, these Target novels. I need to do like a autobiography or like a self-help book in between or something. So I've got after the Ice Warriors, I think I'm reading Jimmy Carr's autobiography, and then I'm going to read The Writer's Tale, and then The Waters of Mars. I might do Waters of Mars. I might pick up Waters of Mars and read it before The Writer's Tale, because The Writer's Tale is like bigger than my asshole.
What is that?
The Writer's Tale.
Oh, the Doctor Who book.
Yeah, Russell's Doctor Who book. So I might actually pick up Waters of Mars and read it after the autobiography, but before that.
Might go to Dimmicks on the weekend.
Dimmicks.
And,
What about QBD books? Did my beer overflow? There's like beer on the table.
I think it's just because it's just cooled down a bit and it gets a bit watery.
No, that's beer, dude.
Oh.
That's beer.
Great. Oh, you're disgusting.
No,
Stop
I
it.
just
That is disgusting.
licked dirt.
When did you last clean this fucking
I just
table?
licked dirt.
That is gross.
I don't know why I did that.
Ugh.
I don't know. Oh, that's fucked up, bro.
You're fucked up.
That was really fucked. Yeah.
I want to read Wars of Mars, and I was very close today doing the Audible. Stop licking it.
Why was there dirt on the
Stop
bottle?
licking it.
Sorry, okay. There's beer on the table, and I don't like that.
Do you know apparently you can look at everything, and everything you look at, your brain knows what it would taste like? That's true. Yeah, funny.
I'm looking at Connor. I'm looking at Connor, and you know what?
I'm a clean
You know what I
boy.
say when I look at Connor? I say, tastes like chicken.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know why? Because you're fucking... Bark, bark, bark. I've got a cold. Bark, bark, bark. I can't come to work, Dad. Bark, 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 bark. I'm chicken.
You could have said, I need a shit, Dad. I can't come to work,
Oh,
considering I need
Dad, I need the potty. Dad, I need the potty.
potty. Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
go home, Dad.
When I went to work today, there was someone. This just shows how horrible these cubicles are. I reckon he was like a meth head, but he was at work on another side. He was fucking chucking his guts up in one of the cubicles, and they just sit there. All the piss and shit and now vomit just sits there at the bottom, and you walk in, it's 10 times worse than you think it would smell, and it looks horrible, and
Right.
it smells like, bruh. Like, I don't normally gag. Take that how you will. But I just don't normally gag.
We can test that theory
from
after the pod if
smell.
you like.
Oh, great. I just don't gag from smells, but I smell. I was like,
I gag when it smells really bad. I'm pretty good, but if it's real bad,
I smell like an
Oi.
off food once, and I was like,
I'm pretty bad at like if I'm like a projectile vomiter when I'm drunk, right?
really?
Yeah, man. I like on the walls, and I'm not kidding.
You got
Like
like Nurofen, it's just.
that's an in-betweeners reference.
Is that you?
But there's like a notorious Snapchat in my friend group that Nick sent to everyone, and it's like there's 2 Snapchats. One is at like 3 a.m. in the morning. We've just come in from a night out, and it's just Nick in the bedroom and just the sounds echoing through the house and me going, "Bleh," and then just like splatter everywhere, just like sounds. And then there's one, and it's like the exact same shot the next day, Nick in the bedroom, and I'm like next to her, and then Mum just like walks into my bathroom and she's like, "Aiden, it's on the walls!"
Oh no, that's disgusting.
This was like 6 months ago as well, by the way.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I try and clean it up, but I'm obviously very drunk, so I don't do a good job.
Pissed.
Yeah.
This is a parrot, bro.
Yeah, it's very projectile, so it like bounces up out of the water and hits the walls.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got onto this. Any last points on Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror? We didn't really talk about it all that much.
There's not really much to say, really. It's
I
just a
agree.
good episode, and it's a breath of fresh air. I recall saying to my mom when she watched it, she was like, "This is really good." And I was like, "Yeah, I really do think this season is a big step up from last season." And to an extent, I agree with that. I think this until the final, I think it's a good season. Like next week's obviously like a blockbuster. It's great.
You've not seen the final in bloody 4 years, mate. You don't know what's. You might
Didn't
love.
want to.
You
Next.
might love the Timeless Children when we rewatch it. You
No,
don't
bro,
know nothing.
Troy's like, "Can I come on it?" It's like, this is our last episode. I'm going to the depths of hell with just this man.
Yeah.
We're going in that hell together.
That's got to be like a 2-hour special event, by the way. We've got to bring back Goof of the Week, just Twitter Tings,
Bro,
behind the scenes.
I'm gonna be
it's all got to be there.
wasted.
That's our big finale. 2
I'm
hours.
going to get sloshed.
Do we do the suits? Do we do the suits for it?
You know me. You're the one who never wears a suit. I wear a bow tie.
I'll wear like a button up. I'll wear a button up for it.
That's not a suit.
Yeah, well,
You have a suit jacket?
not one that's big enough for me and my muscular body. Me and bloody Mount Everest. So I just burped. Me and the bloody Mount Everest of my muscular build.
Right.
Yeah.
How's the
that's
gym
it.
going for you? Good.
Yeah, don't go.
Too many steroids?
Didn't want to. And next question.
Good. Didn't
So
want to.
you've got nothing
Next.
more to say on Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror?
I thought it was good. I thought it was a really good time. And I think it's a breath of fresh air. And I watched it on my lunch break and I don't regret it.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add.
I also went to Mad Men and talked shit for 20 minutes.
You went on Mad Men this week.
I did.
They're still going, are they?
Yeah, losers.
Kidding.
Idiots.
Love those guys.
Dumbasses.
Well, I love some of those guys. You can pick who.
Yeah. Literally, Jimmy's like, Aiden hates me. I was like, Aiden hates everyone.
Oh, maybe it's Jimmy, maybe it's not.
I feel like you do hate everybody.
I hate anyone that's not me.
That's what I said. I was like, I feel like Aiden hates everyone, so...
No, if they've got a single different opinion than me, then I go, I hate you.
I did hate Jimmy this week because he commented on Grace Reynolds' tweet saying another Grace L, which I was like, that's unnecessary.
Bro, the amount of L's that Jimmy spits out on his... What are you
Literally,
doing?
and
Jimmy, mate, you can change
was
your
like-
fucking... Jimmy, you can change your Twitter handle to Jimmy Limmy. Like, Jimmy
That's what I was calling him
L.
on Mammon today, Limmy.
Limmy, yeah,
I
I'm
was
sorry,
like,
Limmy.
no one disses my girl Grace. Like, she's a
Oh, right.
strong, independent woman in the film industry.
But she's your girl.
I support her. Yeah, I just think she's just a strong female creator, and
Yeah.
I think it's great. And you don't see it enough.
No, I was just
I
taking
like
the
her a
piss
lot.
out of how you was like, she's strong, independent, she's my girl.
No, I said no.
I'm like-
This is my girl, Grace. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while you,
She's
can't
independent,
be
but
my
she's your girl.
Bom, 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 ba-dum, bom, ba-dum, ba-dum, bom, 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 ba-dum.
What?
Nah, I'm single. I'm dating. If anyone wants to hit me up,
Mate,
just
I'll be
kidding.
sliding into
I'll
your
ignore
DMs
you-
tonight,
I'll
mate.
ignore your DM.
DM.
I ain't dating anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm just gonna sit in my room playing on my Switch, watching the Ashes.
Not a bad life.
Thank you.
Not a bad life.
Bom, 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 ba-dum, bom, ba-dum, ba-dum, bom, bom, bom.
What would you rate Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror?
7.5 out of 10. It was a really good time, but it had to end. And I don't know. What did we have last week? Or 55?
Yeah,
That
which
was
we
shit.
both gave a 4.
That's a bit harsh, actually. Come to think of it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Let's just weigh this up. Let's just look at the other scores here.
Do you count classic reviews in there? You got a classic review section?
Yeah, I do have a classic review section here.
Like, you're so prepared. You're so much.
Bro, I've got too many tabs.
You're literally
Too
like.
many
You're
cooks.
literally like. This show would not exist without you. I'm just gonna say it, and I know you love to hear that. And
I do.
This is your fucking ego.
I just
but
love how honest you finally are about how this is my show.
I've always been honest about that. Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
You're such a dickhead.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Damn, that rosé went down his head.
I've not eaten in so long. I need my fucking dinner.
No Zambros rain.
No Zambros. 7.5. All right, I'm going to do it. I was tempted to give it an 8, but yeah,
I don't think it deserves an
I think if it was an 8, we'd be sat here all episode
Companions-
talking about it.
Companions were weak and
Companions? Didn't hear of them. Never heard of them. Never heard of her.
yeah, the villains were just fine, like not terrible. Like
They existed. They did the job. It's like for me, this is the perfect run-of-the-mill episode of Doctor Who. You know, like you're not running home and going, "Mum, watch Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. It's a 10 out of 10." It's just like it's a good like little filler bit. There's a good little reference to like you scavenge planets apart and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, have you ever seen a destroyed planet? And 13th Doctor is like, yeah, I have. Because obviously she's just seen fucking Gallifrey. And it's like, damn! Like, you're bringing that Ryden here? Where's that Ryden for, like, Ryan and Yaz and Graham, you know? Why is Yaz not like, I've been lost again, Doctor, I keep getting lost and I just don't know.
What do you mean you just saw a destroyed planet?
Yeah,
we didn't see you talk about that.
We didn't see that.
Don't worry, Yaz. I'm too busy doing my thing. I'm too busy.
Be busy.
Be busy.
All right, folks, that's our show.
It's a shame. I really wanted to say Aiden was Dial of Disaster as bad as you thought it was.
Dial of Destiny.
Dial of Disaster.
Disaster's a harsh word for it. Dial of Destiny is a perfectly fine movie, but it's disappointing that it's an Indiana Jones movie. You know what I mean?
Good recap.
Yeah, like it's not. I just think that, you know, fuck, this is going to be a tangent, isn't it? They keep making these bloody movies, right? Yeah, you got your sequels, your spin-offs, your thing, these continuations of old properties that we've loved, right? And they bring the actors back. Tick one box. Good job. What they don't do...
You bring the director back. Oh, whoops. You didn't.
But what they don't do is try and make them feel like the ones of the past. Because especially, like... If this was the start of a new trilogy, yeah, you don't need to make it necessarily feel too much like the old ones, right? But this is just like the one extra one to end it off, right? And it feels like a Disney Channel original movie, mate. It doesn't, you know, where's the practical effects? Why is everything green screen? Why is only 30 minutes of this movie an adventure? The rest of it is just...
Why is Phoebe Waller-Bridge in it being annoying?
And I love Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but in Dial of Destiny... I thought she was so annoying, like really annoying.
Yeah, I can't stand her.
And she's just written as like a terrible person. Like she uses really cringe words as well. And you can tell it's an American movie because she goes, the amount of time she goes, cash. She's like, I'm only in this for the cash. And I'm like, you're British. Why the fuck are you saying cash? Like, writers, just have some fucking common sense for once in your bloody life. And the movie just looks so...
I'm in it for the quid, mate.
That's actually the same joke me and my friends make. Because I said that to them. And they were like, yeah, they should have said quid.
I'm in it for the quid, mate. That would make more sense if she's British. Does she talk in a British accent?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah.
But it's like upper class British, but still shouldn't be saying cash.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Of the quid.
£50 sterling, please.
Yeah, I saw... MI7, and I'm not gonna lie, didn't love it.
Okay,
I thought it was good.
That's contrary to popular beliefs, but
I know. Well, that's me.
You are.
And no, I think the action was great. I just think like I go into those movies for like, you know, what makes those movies great is like the character work. And the writing is good and
bro, no.
Wait, no. All right.
No,
Let me rephrase.
Okay.
4 onwards.
No. I disagree.
What do you mean, no.
I, as you have been as well,
I'll kill you.
Well, to be honest, I'd never seen Mission Impossible 1 to 4 properly. I'd seen some scenes from the first one, but other than that, I'd never seen anything from 1 to 4. So I've watched the first 5 now in this rewatch, and I've got to say, like, the action's incredible. But for me, it's like they're like John Wick. You're on board for the cool action, probably a little bit more character work than John Wick gives you for sure. But like 4 and 5, yeah, they're the best of these first 5 that I've been watching. But they're not riveting character dramas. I couldn't tell you what Tom Cruise learns between movies. And for me, that's not character work.
I disagree.
What does he learn? What does Ethan Hunt learn between Mission Impossible 1 to 5?
In the first movie, he loses all his team.
Great.
Second movie, that's shit. Third movie, he loses his wife. And then fourth movie, he's been in prison and he sees his wife again. He's learned to move on. Fifth movie, he's got a new team, but he's scared about losing them. Sixth, he sees his wife again.
Sorry, but what's he learned?
I'm telling you,
it's all right for them to bring these characters back, but what does he learn?
He asked himself the question, do you believe in life after love? And he said yes. I don't know. What do you want me to say? I liked it. I don't know. I thought it was fine. I agree. Maybe I went in with too high expectations, I think. Okay.
Right.
And fuck me for thinking that, because I don't really go to the cinema anymore. I don't want to go see Dial of Disaster. I just don't want to go see this kind of movies, and it upset me. But I will quickly say I watched 2 horror movies this week. I watched It Comes at Night, which is an A24 movie.
Right.
Fucking loved it.
I might as well just played the fucking
I still
Sting.
do like movies. And then I
No, I'm
watched...
saying you don't like movies,
I watched
mate.
the Empty Man, which I thought was okay, not bad, not terrible. But I reckon you'd really like this movie, It Comes at Night, not to be confused with It Takes You Away.
It Comes at Night. I know this movie. I don't think I've seen it, but I know this movie.
Yeah, it's got... can't remember who's in it now. It's Ethan something, I think.
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hunt.
That's our show. Don't watch Dial of Destiny. Maybe watch Mission Impossible. We don't know yet, but...
Nah, definitely go see it. It's worth the admission. I just think maybe it was according to Aiden, it's my fault for expecting character work in a film franchise where it has 7 movies with the 8th one coming out next year. Sorry, Aiden. Sorry for wanting that from a movie.
All I'm saying is you've had 6 movies with not that much character work. I don't know why you were expecting it in the 7th.
This is what this is what makes me laugh about Aiden. You know, it's like he'll say that kind of thing, and he'll watch Walking Dead City and go, "This is great stuff."
Okay, bro. I'm being paid to watch Dead City. I'll just put that out there.
Wow,
I'm happily being paid to watch Dead City, and I will take that. That's a W in my books.
Ernest Aiden.
That's me, yeah.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. My name is Connor Hannum, and my next to nothing co-host,
Fucking hell.
Aiden Green.
That's me, bro.
Just kidding. He is the heart and soul of the show. Just joking.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
Collider, thank you for paying Aiden. We're all very happy that you are keeping the lights on. And I just want to say,
As you can see, the lights are on.
I bought a Switch today and I am now in debt. Thank you, everybody.
Bro, you're meant to be saving up for a roadcaster.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I wasn't going to tell you.
Oh, I'm like your mum.
I'm such an impulsive buyer. I hate it.
I'm like
I was
your mum.
I want a Switch and I just got one and
You're
I
like,
hate that about myself.
Better not tell my mummy Aiden. Mummy Aiden. Can you call me Mummy Aiden from now on?
I call you daddy.
No, I want you to call me Mummy.
I think there's got to be someone out there who thinks we're like have a sexual kink together or something, like a weird like thing.
I think you're looking at someone in the eye, mate.
I'm looking in the mirror talking to myself. Yeah. There's probably someone out there who thinks that about us.
What, they fantasize about
no.
us? The old pagan scenario again.
I mean, they might fantasize. I don't know. I mean,
well.
Do we have sexy voices? Maybe.
Well, I think when I talk real quietly
God, I
and
hate that.
slow
my headphones out.
to the microphone, I sound all sexy, and everyone can sit there and they're like, yeah, I better stop listening at work because I'm getting a little bit too aroused. And you know what? When I listen to myself talking like this, I also find myself equally... I'm going to move the fuck on. All right, let's end the pod. All right.
I just signed this run sheet. If you want to pledge on our Ko-fi, you can win it.
Yes, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor.
You can win it.
You can't win it. We're not shipping a fucking piece of paper.
I'll send this to you.
All right, you can do that. Connor's going to do a raffle to see who wins the piece of paper that has
If
a
you
signature
pledge
on it.
$50, I'll send you this.
Right.
I'll pay for the postage.
Right, good on you. You're literally just going to give away the money that you earn.
$50 is in a piece of paper.
Mate, the cost of living. At 50Doctor on Twitter and Instagram. At 50Doctor Who on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe. We want 1,000 subscribers. Hit us on Ko-fi, all that jazz. Hit the bell. You know the deal, bruv. You know the deal. Kind of sing us out in song.
Alright. This one's for all you out there tonight. And a 1. And a 2. And a 1, 2, 3. It's Aiden's and Connor's podcast. Oh yeah,
We're doing Doctor Who reviews.
Oh yeah,
Doing Doctor Who reviews.
Hey, we didn't mention Elon Musk once, which is probably a good thing.
Elon Musk's Night of Terror. That's the day Fred's came up.
Nikola Tesla, isn't that car? Who owns them?
Who owns the car?
A Tesla, yes.
Go on,
I do not
Ryan.
know that.
Go on, Ryan. Tell him he's the guy.
Yeah, a Tesla, yes.
Yeah, Ryan.
Me and Graham love him. Oh, Doc, we've got to go visit Elon Musk. One thing at a time, Graham.
You're a pretty good impression. Can you do Jody's impression?
Yeah, one thing at a time, Graham.
That's the same as your Yaz impression. I'm full. This is falling
One thing
apart.
at a time, Graham.
Okay,
I don't know. Now you're making me do it.
Now do your Yaz impression.
Doctor, can't we go and visit Elon Musk or something like that? Yes,
That's pretty good.
We're already here.
Yeah, that's
we
good.
can see Nikola Tesla.
Bro, is this Big Finish?
Right, come on. You want to see Elon Musk, right? Dot, we'll go see him.
You just turned into your normal voice.
time, Graham.